Hello, hello, Nemesis Gaming League. We are here for the final game of the night. I am joined by the man himself, the 10 sub donator, Rockerman. Rockerman, how you doing?
Well, there's actually 11 subs. I had to throw one in there
Oh,
just throw
damn.
everyone off and make you sound incorrect. But
Okay.
but no, I appreciate the hype intro. Always good to be back, Flip. Glad to have you back. And I mean the play-in matches, they have been very spicy so far, so I'm having a good time tonight.
Spicy they have. However, we have not had a game 5 yet, Rockerman, and I'm going to say it. I think this is going to be the one because I think this is the most important play-in match of the entire tournament, to be honest. Because if you are in the Prospect League, you do not want to play the Banshees. And whoever wins this game gets to skip the Banshees until the finals. So they are praying they win this matchup, Rockerman. I think if you are the Warhawks, if you are faded, this is your season right here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you got a fair point. I think you got a fair point. It's gonna be very tough, and I'm pulling up the bracket here for us to all take a gander and see exactly what Flip is talking about avoiding those banshees. And you guys can see Warhawks versus Faded 7 versus 8 matchup. The winner becomes the 7 seed. And moves on to play the Bandits, and the loser is going to play either Origin or Velocity, and then against those scary Banshees that you mentioned. So, yeah, this is a very important matchup. I think all the 7-8 matchups, they're not win or go home, but they just have so much meaning. You want to avoid that 1 seed at all costs.
Yeah, you do. And of course, there are other teams in other leagues that have better records, like the Wisp. But in Prospect League, I think all of them are so close. I think this match specifically is really close. Both these teams are 10-8. I will say, however, I do think the Warhawks are a bit favored. I think Faded, their division's a little easier in my opinion. I think you have that really glaring Wyverns team that were kind of two free wins for them. I genuinely think that the Warhawks had a much more difficult division and a much more difficult schedule, and they still made it here. So we're gonna have to see who comes out on top. But my money right now, Rockerman, is on the Warhawks. I got them going it in 5 because I think we're gonna get a game 5 tonight. But I think Warhawks are gonna take this one away.
Yeah, well, we will have to see. We'll have to see about that. The predictions are up in the chat, so make sure you guys throw down some channel points. You got a couple minutes while we're still waiting for one more player to join here and get going. So get your predictions and run those channel points up. Looks like the survey in the Discord is also rocking with the Warhawks, and I think I actually predict the Warhawks to win this matchup too. So I think a lot of money is possibly running on the Warhawks here. But we're gonna definitely have to see here, as we're just waiting for them to join up. But I mean, Flip, what do you know about these players? There's a lot of good players. I know you're happy to see powerful Pink Pony on the pitch.
Yes, my goat, powerful pink pony, also known as a Wuji. If you guys don't know, Wuji, I'm pretty sure he was like the first overall pick, right? If I'm not mistaken, he was either first or
So
I know he
sounds
was up there.
sounds vaguely familiar. He was the first pick. You're right about that.
There we go. See, yeah, he's just that powerful. The powerful pink pony is gonna come to play, and uh, I think I think that's what he's going to be the difference maker. But at the same time, Sebin has been a staple player in like the prospect or slash novice league for a very long time. I feel like he's been just kind of like hovering in the play-in teams this like his entire career in Nemesis, and so he's back here once again. He's a veteran at it. As it looks like the teams are finally here, and we're ready to play. So Rockerman, you got Warhawks, I got Warhawks. Will the Rocket League gods have Warhawks? We'll have to find out. Let's see if Faded can pull this one out. Ooh, not a great first touch there from Dukes. Another good player, by the way. Dukes, we've seen him in a couple rosters, but Dukes has been a really solid player for him this season. Ninja Assassins is the one player I don't know very much about. So far, though, things have been pretty even. 20 seconds and no early goals. Trying to get the stream jitters out the way. Kodo too high. Going for the first pass in the midfield. Not going to go to anybody there. As powerful Pink Pony making his way down the field. Dukes with the challenge. Not going to get through. Breaking coin with a pass mid. No teammate there. Ninja Assassin's able to clear it all the way down. And we've seen a couple passes mid so far. Not a whole lot of follow-up, but Right now, I think these teams, they're kind of figuring each other out. Seems pretty even right now as we're 45 seconds into this first game. Nobody's made any crazy plays. Not a great touch there from Ninja Assassin, but powerful Pink Pony able to keep that one in play. Finally, a good almost opportunity. Breaking Coin not being able to make the touch there. And, like I said, seen a couple opportunities. Nothing's really hit so far. And Rocket Man, these teams seem to be a little bit nervous, but I feel like they're just getting their groove right now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit nervous. There's always a couple of nerves when you get into the play-in tournament and you're trying to fight for your lives here. Like you mentioned, you don't want to be the team that's gonna have to go up against the 1 seed. So you really want to win this matchup and prove to everyone that hey, we can make some noise here, get that 7 seed, lock it in. But yeah, definitely a lot of nerves. But you'll see as the games go on, once you kind of get past game 1. You kind of get those nerves out. I know for me, even though I've been in Nemesis for a long time, anytime you get into a game 1 of an important series, even if it's just a league play match, at least for me, there's a little bit of nerves in game 1, and then you kind of like, oh, okay, I've been here many times before, or you've been here before, or you kind of shake it off after game 1. So I think after this game, you'll see things start to dial in. But I think that's why it's so important here to come out, try to win this game 1, beat those nerves, and give yourselves a good footing to start the series.
Yeah. 2 minutes in, not a single goal scored. I feel like the first goal of the series also super important for both these teams, as the first goal could be coming through right here, but that's saved away by the powerful Pink Pony, saved away again by Dukes. The epic saves coming through for the Warhawks. Now can the offense get going? That's a good infield pass, but Sieben able to intercept it. Ninja Assassin now trying to find another pass. The powerful Pink Pony pre-jumps him. I don't think they had the communication going there. That would have been a crazy play if it went through, but I feel like they're a couple leagues too low to be going for those kinds of plays, as now Duke's trying to find another pass mid. That's past 1. Powerful Big Pony with the shot. Breaking Coin has to clear it to the side. And these shots, they're coming through, but the saves, the defense has been pretty solid from both these teams. Powerful Pink Pony with the flip reset off the backboard, not able to get the follow. A little pinch there coming through, and, the offense, it was alive, but now the counterattack could come through. Breaking Coin not going to be able to get there in time, and 3 minutes down, these teams, the offense is starting to kick up. The defense, it's held strong, though. A couple great saves from both these teams, and we stay tied, but not for long. Breaking Coin with the shot, and finally, we have the first goal on the board from Faded.
Yeah, Breaking Coin going to come in big right here. You see a pass off the backboard, and Pink Pony just not quite quick enough to get up to that one. And yeah, Flip, these teams have been slamming some opportunities at net. They've been doing their darndest to try to get in the back of the net, and finally, it's going to be one there for Faded. So, great start out for them. We'll see if they can keep it rolling.
So, offense now coming in here through for the Warhawks. Pink Pony not going to get a touch on that one. Dukes with another infield pass. The infield passes have been there for both these teams, but the recipient has not been there for both these teams. So it's been a little bit, iffy on these midfield passes. However, eventually I feel like they're going to start coming through for both these guys. Powerful Pink Pony got to get a beat. Oh, almost got beat there by Koto, but instead, Powerful Pink Pony does get the save. Ninja Assassin gets the save. No, it's Powerful Pink Pony, but he cut him off. The double commit on the back end leads to a 2-0 lead here for Faded.
Yeah, and that's just miscommunication, the demo, and then Powerful Pink Pony just kind of cutting off his teammate, not trusting him, I think, there in that one. And that's going to lead to a free goal for Sieben, the Nemesis veteran right there. Been in Nemesis for many seasons, knows how to come up clutch, and that's a big goal to give him the 2-0 lead.
Can Warhawks answer back, or will Faded take this first goal? Looking like they are, for this first game, looking like they're primed to, as another ball going to be bouncing midfield. That one barely hitting the post and not being on target. And, you kind of said it, Powerful Big Pony looking to do a lot himself, not really relying on his teammates, and I feel like there are a couple opportunities, like, maybe it was miscommunication, maybe it was lack of trust, but either way, they got to get this figured out, or they will be dropping this, not this first game, but this whole series at this rate. Breaking Coin, not able to get it past Ninja Assassin. That touch from Sieben, though, was a good one as he clips to clear to the corner. Dukes tries to get it past one, but Koto with a nice touch. Now Breaking Coin trying to get the clear. Pops that one high. A good demo on the back end. Gives Breaking Coin plenty of time. He's able to backflip. Sieben's still going to be able to beat anybody to that ball. And Breaking Coin with the shot. It's an own goal. And disaster on the defensive end here for Warhawks.
Yeah, just kind of throwing it around. And I think it's just panic on the Warhawks end. It's just Powerful Pink Pony is free jumping at everything, trying to play as fast as he can. And, sometimes, like we mentioned, you can play too fast for your own good. And I think that's what's going on right now for the Warhawks. They're playing a little bit too fast. Probably, like we mentioned, probably the nerves here that get you sped up a little bit and playing out of character. He's made some good touches, some decent saves, but a couple mistakes as well. And Faded, they've been the cooler team, and cooler heads have prevailed so far here, and they're going to take game one for sure.
Yeah, and you know, the clock is winding down. The game's already over, but you would like to see a little bit more here from the Warhawks. They had 5 shots, and honestly, there were a couple decent opportunities, but overall, I was a little disappointed with the quality of chances. I feel like Warhawks had the setup. Duke specifically put a lot of balls centered that either Ninja Assassins or Powerful Pink Pony just weren't there for, or the shots just weren't high enough quality. Faded, kind of the same thing, but the counterattacks and they were able to capitalize on the Warhawks' mistakes a lot more. And it just looked like Warhawks made more mistakes than Faded. Faded just they just didn't do anything that special, but they didn't have to because Warhawks kind of just handed it to them.
Yeah, the Warhawks, like I said, I think they just played too fast for their own good. I think they just gotta calm down, take a deep breath, let the nerves out here, and just play the game like you have been in the regular season, and I think they'll be fine. But that's the biggest thing that I saw. And like you mentioned, their shots weren't quality. All 5 of their shots were saved away by Faded with pretty much relative ease, in my opinion. So right now you got to find your way to trust your teammates, find some passing plays, and calm down a little bit. You'll lock in. You still got a whole series to play for, but they have to start it in game 2 here in just a sec.
Game 2, and this is the play-in. It's not playoffs. It feels like it's win or go home. They still have another life after this. They don't want to go that far. They don't want to. They want to secure their spots in playoffs. But this is only a best of 5. So,
Yeah.
you lose this one, you're gonna lose. You're gonna be on game point or match series point, and it's gonna be even that much more pressure on you. And we've seen Warhawks so far under pressure. They haven't performed. So we got to see if they can step up to the plate here in game number 2, Rocker Man. Do you think they're going to be able to pull it off?
I think we're going to see a different Warhawks team in this game. I'm not sure how different it's going to be, but I'm expecting that they took that full 60 seconds to try to talk it over. So my expectation is that they talked it over. They know, okay, we gotta calm down and get back to our style. I think you'll see a lot better of a team. I'm not sure if it's gonna result in a win though. To be honest, I think Faded is playing pretty solid, but it's got to be the Warhawks who are going to have to step up first with the first goal.
Oh, it's looking like Faded trying to get this first goal here as Steven's shot was saved away. Ninja Assassin now trying to get the clear downfield. I will say, it does feel like, a couple bad double commits. Oh my gosh. That's just an open net here for Breaking Coin, and another double commit on the defensive end. And, you said different team. It's looking the same to me as a goal is scored in 35 seconds.
Yeah, I was hoping for a different team, but unfortunately in the first couple of seconds here, we did not see that as, again, it was a double commit. Dukes not trusting Mr. Powerful Pink Pony there to get to that ball, and it cost him. And that's what you got to do. Is this one could be a flick towards the net? It's floating. Where's the follow-up? Koto's not even going to touch it. Duke's trying to come through. He's going to put it in. And there we go. Finally, the Warhawks get a goal on the board, the first of the series, but it took them a little bit, and hey, at least they got one, and maybe that's the turning point they need just to get them back on the right track.
It's all they needed. It's all they needed. They're getting outscored 4-1 right now, but that's irrelevant. The score of the game right now is 1-1, and that's all that matters to them. As now they're looking to make it 2-1. Powerful Pink Pony not going to get the shot on target. Definitely had time to, but kind of rushed his approach, and Steven now able to pass that one mid. Oh, the shot! It's going to be wide, and now Powerful Pink Pony trying to get the clear. That one's going to bounce high. Dukes trying to get the clear. A good touchdown from Koto. Ninja Assassin's going to be the first one to that ball, though. Oh, and I think Dukes might have saved that shot. Powerful Pink Pony not going to be able to put that one on target, and these guys just cannot seem to hit the broadside of a barn. Dukes now, that one also going to be saved away. Koto going to have the clear there. Steven, not a lot of boost. An awkward touch. Powerful Pink Pony off the corner. Dukes is up. Can Dukes put the shot on target? A good save away from Breaking Coin. The offense seems to have come alive here for Warhawks. Can they make a goal out of it? Or is it just going to be saved away once again by this Faded defense, which has been really strong so far? Steven now trying to get his offense going. Powerful Pink Pony with another 50. Getting it past 2. Ninja Assassin's going to take that one away from him as now he's going to try his dribble attempt, look for a pass mid. No, it's a flick over. Koto has to get the save away. And this defense from Faded, it has looked really solid, but the offense from Warhawks does seem to step it up a notch as well.
Yeah, definitely so. Is this one gonna be shot towards the Ninja Assassin, providing his own defense? But yeah, I think you're right. The Faded defense has been really good, and I think the Warhawks, like I mentioned, they were playing way too fast for their own good. I think they've dialed it back into their own sort of pace right here, and they found that aggression that's led them to this point, that's gotten them to the 7 seed in the regular season. So they've done a good job, but yeah, Faded's been locked down on the defense. If I'm Faded, I'm not super concerned. I'm just a little concerned that they'll get boxed in. But so far, they've been able to hold that defense strong, get some good clears, and not break when Warhawks have been attacking.
Yes, now can they get the goal here? Is that one could be over? Powerful Pink Pony. No, he's gonna have the catch. Also gets the 50. Steven trying to get that past mid. Koto's a little awkward. They both are in the corner, but doesn't matter. Steven gets a nice touch towards the midfield. It was on target. Powerful Pink Pony up. He's going to get the beat. That's going to be a shot on target. And it's going to get saved away by Koto too high. Great save there. Ninja Assassin. Can he get the shots? He does. Steven with the great save. 2 epic saves back to back. Another save coming through for Breaking Coin here. The whole team is involved in this defense, Rocker Man. Faded are not letting anything through. It's going to have to be a great solo play, it feels like, or a great team play. Something's got to change here for the Warhawks if they want to get through this Faded defense. Now the Faded offense starting to come alive. Breaking Coin towards the midfield. Ninja Assassins gonna take it towards the sidewall. A good demo there. Now can the counterattack get started? A good pass. Ninja Assassin not gonna get blocked away. Duke's gonna try to pass it mid, but Breaking Coin or Powerful Pink Pony, wanted that ball immediately. Now Breaking Coin gonna get the ball cleared to the sidewall, and the Warhawks, they're here once again. Can the Faded defense hold on? They can, Rocker Man. What is it going to take to break through? Because these guys, they're a brick wall.
Yeah, they are a brick wall right now, and Faded just not letting a single thing go by. They let one in earlier, but that was it, and they've been locked down. I think if you're the Warhawks here, you got to try to find a demo. They've had a couple good passing plays, but I think a demo, if you can get one of these Faded players out of rotation, I think you can cut them off and maybe tie this series up, and hopefully they can do so. Only under a minute remaining in this game number 2.
Minute remaining, but it's only going to take 1 goal at this rate. Feels like these teams, it's next to score wins. Powerful Pink Pony trying to be the one to make that difference. Dukes now with the touch. That one's going to be wide. It actually might have been on target. Breaking Coin does have to save it away. Ninja trying to get that past mid. Dukes off the corner. Powerful Pink Pony with the shot. Just off target. It's still bouncing in the midfield. Dukes is going to turn. Trying to put a shot on. Not going to go through once again. Now Sebin with the counterattack. That's going to be an awkward read. Now Koto off the backboard, Breaking Coin. No, Ninja Assassins with the great clear there. Koto trying to get a touch, not going to go through. Ninja Assassins with the touch. Power Pink Pony trying to get that ball back in mid. And once again, the defense holds on from both these teams. They are staying alive. The offense, it's there. It's just not polished enough. They have these chances, but the defense holds on. We're in overtime, Rocker Man. Can Warhawks take it, or will Faded take it to a lead? I feel like it's going to be a quick one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel like, yeah, I think you're right. With all the pressure that we've seen, there might just be a quick goal, but it's really going to come down to one mistake, maybe that one demo that could come out. Warhawks can definitely get it through if they can beat Faded's defense just once. They just need one to go slip by them, but I don't know. It's very tough to tell. Both these teams are playing very well here in game 2.
Yeah, now can we see who comes out on top? Koto not going to get the touch. Could have been very dangerous. Warhawks had to respect it though. That one off the ceiling. That's a great pass. Powerful Big Pony. His shot is wide again. Now Dukes trying to find another pass mid. It's a soft touch. That one's going to fall down. Powerful Big Pony. Can you put it on target? No, it's going to go high. Steven with the clear. It was a pinch clear with Koto as well. That ball bouncing awkwardly. Ninja going to get the clear. Ninja Assassin trying to get the follow. Breaking Coin taking his time. That ball bouncing off the corner. Trying to bounce mid. Not going to sneak through there. Dukes off the wall. That's going to be bouncing down. Steven can't read it. Oh. Ninja Assassin, can he put it away? What a save there from Breaking Coin. A great challenge. Can the counterattack start to come through here? Koto with the shot. That was going top right corner. What a shot from Koto. Too high. Oh my gosh.
And that is just a banger. It's defense into offense. Coin just drops it down, and look at Koto sniping it. Powerful Pink Pony. Just a little bit too awkward on that one. And that is just Faded masterclass right there. They stop every single chance that Warhawks had, and then they turn it right into offense. Just a beautiful, well played. And look at that. Oh my goodness, 10 saves from Faded there. Warhawks had 15 shots, and they couldn't end up getting it through. And that just goes to show you that's just great defense there. Warhawks had some pretty solid offense, but that is just great defense. And now Faded up 2-0.
defense wins championships. It won them this game, but also Koto with an amazing shot there. It was a great pass from Breaking Coin as well. Cannot discount that, but that was Koto's only shot of the game, and he made it count.
It's
So
true.
props to him. The offensive onslaught from Warhawks was impressive, but you gotta realize if you're having this much pressure, you gotta do something with it. If that's demoing, if that's taking boost, if you're taking boost, it kind of leaves the other team in a really bad spot. You don't have to demo if you're stealing the corners, stealing all the mids. They get suffocated, they get trapped in their own half. But it seems like Faded have boost. They have plenty of time to clear the ball. Their chances, Warhawks' chances, they're not that threatening. The infield pass, it's been there a couple times, but Faded's been able to answer it every single time. And Warhawks, they just don't know what they need to break through. But I feel like once, can they do a tactical timeout?
No, no, they
Yeah, I
cannot.
did not. Yeah, no.
Not in the
know,
play-ins. They could do a tactical timeout in the playoffs, but
yeah.
not in the play-ins,
This
unfortunately.
this this is a best of five. This ain't. This
I
is best of five, not
I,
no
I,
best.
I respect the attempt though. I
Yeah, I
respect
mean,
the
you
thought
got
process
to
there.
You gotta ask. Yeah.
Of course.
They wanted more time. They're talking about it, which means that they're thinking. And you know what? The thinking man usually wins. And they come out on top this time. That's a good shot. That was gonna be dropping down. Dukes with the shot. No, another great save. Already 2 saves coming out here from Faded, and it's only been 10 seconds. Rocketman, they're gonna break. Well, I don't know what the record is, Rocketman, but there's got to be a record for most saves in a game. I promise you, they're gonna break it because these guys. I mean, they might be stuck on defense, but they're comfortable there. Now
Yeah.
they're on offense right now though. Oh my gosh, Ninja Assassins barely gets that save. And I will say, Faded, we talked about their defense, but their offense is really good too.
Yeah, definitely. It is very good. And just for note here, most saves in a single game, 20 saves back in season 7. So they got a ways to go. But I mean, hey, they got 10 in last game, so I wouldn't be surprised if they get some more. But yeah, no, Faded definitely. Their offense is so solid too. It's just everything seems well rounded by Faded. They have great defense, and then they can turn it right into good offense, and that's difficult to do sometimes. Sometimes you get teams that are just really great on defense, but their offense is just so lackluster. As this one will floating down to the midfield opportunity, Ninja Assassin. Well, as we compliment their defense, Warhawks are going to finally get one on the board, and I think that's their first lead of the series. Second.
This is their first lead of the series.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. It only took them. I don't know how long that overtime was, but probably about 15 minutes. It felt like to get a lead in the series, but that's all they needed. Maybe this will be the confidence booster. I did say Warhawks in 5, and you know what? It's still alive. It's a reverse sweep at this point, but it is still alive. As that's a great pass over to Ninja Assassins. Koto, what team you playing for? That's the wrong color, buddy.
He's saying great pass to himself as I think he was just hoping he could get it far enough into the corner, but Ninja Assassin was waiting there, ready for anything that came his way, and Warhawks are pushing it back a little bit here and finally starting to play with a little bit more confidence, it seems like.
Yeah. Warhawks need to take notes. I mean, that's a great pass. That is, I mean, that's something that you wish your teammates would pass you the ball like that. But now, the offense from Faded, it's going to have to start to come alive because we have not seen them play from behind yet. And now they're 2 goals behind, only 3.5 minutes remaining. I say only, that's a lot of time in Rocket League as this ball is going to be bouncing mid. As Dukes now trying to get a beat. No, it's going to be Sieben with the shot on target. Powerful Coney with the clear, Breaking Coin. Not able to get it past Ninja Assassins. Ninja Assassins not on any boost, but he still gets the touch. Almost over both defenders. As Dukes now gets bumped by Sieben. That ball is going to be on target. Powerful Pony with the save, but that shot is going to get saved away by Dukes. The goal line defense here from Warhawks has been impressive. As now Faded can't seem to break through this Warhawks defense. The tables have turned just a little bit as Powerful Pinconi with the air dribble trying to get that solo play going. We saw it one time that resulted in a goal with his solo play. Maybe he will start to do that a little bit more. That was a dangerous ball there from Dukes, but he did make it work. As Powerful Pinconi puts that one mid, Dukes not able to react to it. Ninja Assassin has to just pop that one high. Waste a little bit more time, and they waste a good amount of time. That's a minute down. Not a lot of great opportunities here for Faded. They gotta try to get a little bit more creativity going. I've seen a couple solo plays, not a lot of team plays so far from them on the offensive side. Let's see if they can get that going here. Oh my gosh, what a bump!
That was an insane bump right there, an insane goal. Power Pink Pony's gonna put it in, and you just see the offender lurking there. Duke's just flying out of right field there, wiping out the last defender, and that is a massive bump. And the Warhawks, they're starting to come alive, maybe finding something here in Game 3.
Yeah, they're playing from ahead now, which is like it's a lot easier to do. It also means that Faded can't just sit back like that. And whenever you're only leaving one player back, you mentioned the demos earlier. Now they're a little bit more confident going for those demos because there's only one player back this time. As Dukes was able to get that bump and resulted in an immediate goal. And they do it again. Powerful Pink Pony gets the 50 breaking coin. Gets a great 50 there on Ninja Assassin. Can he continue this offense? Oh, what a great pass mid. What a fake by Koto. He can't get around it, though. The idea was there to fake, but the execution just not quite. Ninja Assassins gets bumped. Powerful Big Pony with the 50. Gets a great clear on 0 boost there. Dukes with the fake. Tries maybe looking for a pass mid here. Ninja Assassins could not get to that one. Sieben, only 8 boost. Finds Koto mid. He can be dangerous from that spot. We saw him absolutely clang one in the top right corner. And now he was looking to do it again. They need some kind of magic here. With only a minute remaining, Rocker Man, 3 goals. Do you think they have it in them? Because right now it's looking like their offense is a little stale.
Yeah, no, I think you brought up a good point earlier. It's Faded. It really hasn't had to play from behind. They've just kind of been able to play their style. But well, here it's one right here is Seaman going to put it in, taking advantage of the Warhawks' mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a bad 50, but also really bad challenge here from Dukes. Just bad positioning, I should say. He should just be in net because, I mean, it's what Faded did to them, right? They sat in net, made these goal line saves. We've seen a couple goal line saves from the Warhawks. Like, we know they can do it too. They have the capacity for it, but it did not come through right there. They got a little bit impatient. Now, they're... the Faded, we're looking to score once again, cut this lead down to 1. This Ninja Assassin's popped that ball up high, does not have a lot of boost to work with. That ball's gonna go mid. Dukes can't beat him there. And this game, it's a 1-goal game, Rocker Man, 30 seconds remaining. I said they couldn't do it, but it's looking likely now.
I was about to say they weren't going to do it either, but 2 quick goals, a couple mistakes on the first goal, and then a great passing play right there to beat the last defender, and all of a sudden Faded's right back in it, looking to force overtime. 30 seconds. Can they make it happen, though?
Can they make it happen? That is the question. That's a really good touch there. That was an insane touch from Ninja Assassins. Nobody expected it. I didn't expect it. The defense didn't expect it. The offense didn't expect it. Now the offense. Oh my gosh, the offense was there for Faded, but it does get saved away by Powerful Pink Pony. Dukes gonna go for this ball, but doesn't have any boost to work with. Breaking going, you can't double that. No, he doesn't have the boost for it. Sieben, somewhat high. That's actually a great pass. That one off the crossbar. Dukes with the touch. Power Pink Pony. Is it gonna fall? Breaking Coin couldn't get there.
Wait.
With Awuji, what are we doing? It falls. But a little sketchy there for a second.
Oh my gosh, I thought for a second that was almost just a perfect pass. At 0 seconds, a lot of people don't realize that ceiling can be utilized so well. It just catches the defense off guard. And you saw, I believe that was Seaben that threw it off the ceiling. That was just really high IQ play and just couldn't quite get it in the back of the net. But the Warhawks, they hold on here. It got a little bit tense at the end there, Flip, but they held on strong here, and they are going to send us to game number 4, Forbidden Temple, looking to pull back the reverse sweep. And at the beginning they really found something in that game, and I'm curious to see if they're gonna get to carry it over or if Faded's gonna lock it back down.
I would like to point out Warhawks had 9 saves, almost 10.
Wow.
They were pretty close. It's the defense from these teams is kind of crazy, but it's the team that gets the initial goal, has won every game so far. So
that's true.
That's it's like playing playing while you're ahead is a lot easier. As correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like there's only 2 players.
I think we just lost Seaben here, so we're gonna restart that. He didn't get actually in the match here, so we're gonna get that one reset. Apologies about that, but yeah, still all things considered though, I mean, the Warhawks, they definitely found something that last match, Flip, and Faded, it's on them to answer here. They definitely have the advantage in the series at the moment. Obviously being up 2-1, they just need to win 1. But I think Warhawks, they did have momentum. Faded brought it back a little bit at the end. So, it's tough to say. I think it's still leaning in Faded's favor at the moment, but the Warhawks, they're definitely going to have to be the ones, like you mentioned, score that first goal. The first goal is crucial. I always talk about with that with my team whenever I'm playing. They're like, let's get the first goal. Like that's our priority, top priority. Get the first goal no matter what in this game. It sets you up, a lot of time, to control the pressure, control the rest of the game. So definitely gonna have to see who's gonna come out with that first goal. If the Warhawks can push it to game 5, would love to see a game 5 reverse sweep attempt to end off the night. That'd be something.
I mean, I'm not saying I called it, but I'm saying I called it. It's just gonna happen. But for that to happen, they got to score the first goal because I'm not kidding when I say that Faded. They looked a lot worse defensively, specifically whenever they were playing from behind. So you want to take advantage of that, and you can only do that if you are in the lead. And so Warhawks, their offense get started early here. Owuji trying to do something here. Powerful Pink Pony. He's trying his best. That's going to be bouncing mid. Dukes is up with Sieben. A good 50 there from Sieben. Going to keep that ball in the corner. Now Koto going to try to get his clear going. Sieben with the touch all the way back. Going to give plenty of time here for Owuji on the ball. That's 2 players up, though, but a good dunk there from Breaking Coin is going to allow him to clear that ball all the way to the Warhawks corner as Koto again with the early challenge. These early challenges in the air have been really good. That's a great dunk there from Breaking Coin once again, but this could be a little bit of an overstep here. That ball's going to be bouncing up. He can find it past mid. It's going to be a little high. It's going to be awkward to shoot. Ninja Assassins couldn't get there, but the opportunity was there. We saw a little bit of overextension there from Faded, but not able to capitalize on it. Those are things that you're gonna want to capitalize on if you're Warhawks, because they're not going to come that often here. A double commit, but it doesn't matter as Koto still gets the beat on the ball. Powerful Big Pony not going to be powerful enough to get that touch. And that is heartbreak because that's a goal that you just can't give up.
Yeah, that's just an unforced error right there. It's a slow ball, and just got a little bit too quick, and it's going back to what we saw in the first couple games, or at least in game 1 mostly, was playing too fast for your own liking. There, you want to play fast, you want to get the speed. It's a good way to pressure teams, especially in the lower leagues, by just being faster. And that time, being too fast for your own good right there. Cost the Warhawks a goal, and now they're going to fight back to see if they can force game 5.
Can they do it? Can they beat the precedent of first goal wins? I was going to tell you to put on the mutator. First goal wins, because that's what it's been so far. Can the Warhawks prove us wrong, or is Koto too high and company going to be just too strong? I say and company. All these players have been extremely consistent. I feel like all 3 of the Faded players have had an equally important role. As Sieben going to try to get a shot there. A good demo from Koto. Sieben trying to get a pass. Powerful Being Pony with a great clear. Getting some wall dashes in there. That ball bouncing off the backboard. Ninja Assassin with a shot! And he gets it right over the head of the defender. And it's going to tie the game up.
Yeah, first off, that's a massive dunk, but I feel like anytime the Warhawks need a big goal in the last game and in this game, it's been Ninja Assassin putting in the work. And I'm not sure if he's normally their goal scorer, but he has been their goal scorer tonight in the last 2 games, and they needed that one more than they needed anything so far this season, as they're able to put it in the back of the net.
I will say it has been Powerful Pink Pony setting up these goals.
Oh,
and that's a great opportunity, but the difference was that we saw the exact same play pretty much, but there was someone to cover for the mistake on Faded, but not for Warhawks. And I feel like that's kind of the difference. Faded, they're playing like they're playing behind their teammates. They're letting their teammates make mistakes, so they're gonna make mistakes. But Warhawks, they're putting full trust, and and one mistake comes out, it pretty much results in an immediate goal. Not gonna happen there though, as Ninja Assassins and Dukes do double commit. Or sorry, that was Powerful Pink Pony. As Dukes now able to get the clear. He's going for the dunk off the ceiling, and he gets it. Powerful Pink Pony with the touch. That ball going to be floating towards the net. Powerful Pink Pony going to pop that one up high. Trying to get another touch. Not going to go through. Ninja Assassin off the backboard. Powerful Pink Pony with the demo attempt. Not going to go through, as Dukes has no boost. Trying to get some kind of, play just to stall out, buy time for his team, and he bought enough for Powerful Pink Pony to get the clear downfield. Excuse me. As another bump coming through, but Koto able to get the clear. Now, it's Ninja Assassin as he gets that clear. Can Sieben get there? He does. Dukes, again, up high, trying to find another touch mid. He gets there with the flip reset! And nobody expected that. I did not think he got a flip reset there. But it would have been a great opportunity if, someone was ready for it.
Yeah, I did not think he got the flip reset either, and unfortunately for him,
Oh,
oh wait, this one, oh, Ninja Assassin on the goal line gonna clear it away. But yeah, unfortunately for him, there's been a couple times where I feel like Dukes has made a really mechanical play, or someone has made a very mechanical play on the Warhawks, and it kind of catches their teammate off guard. And that one did right there, so hopefully they can lock it in as Faded is on the attack. A minute remaining, Warhawks trying to pull off this reverse sweep, trying to force game 5, but they're gonna need another goal still.
and it happened. A good shot there from Koto. It's going to be just high, but the follow is there. Breaking coin. Able to put that one away. The assist from Koto. Hey, Ninja Assassins. No, he didn't think it was on target. He just couldn't get the read. But Breaking Coin did have the read, and impressive read that was. Could be securing their spot as the 7th seed in the playoff brackets. Can it happen? Or we will see another goal in these 45 seconds remaining. Koto with a bad 50, almost bouncing off the ceiling. Dukes not going to have the re-breaking coin. Is a great clear there. Not a lot of boost, though. That's not a great touch from Powerful Pink Pony. That ball going to get cleared away by Steven. Now, it's Koto's turn. That ball is going to go high. Powerful Pink Pony can't get there. Koto not going to have a shot, though. Now, Luigi trying to get a touch. Can't happen. Ninja Assassins with the long clear. Koto, he's got to get a save on this. Can he get there? He does. I think it was just a little bit high anyway, but the save does come through. Breaking coin. No boost. Does get a clear. Can he get a follow-up touch? No touch coming through there. Steven, not a great touch. No follow, though. And nobody's in the midfield either for Warhawks. Guys, you're down by 1. The series is on the line. What are we doing sitting in our net? Someone's got to jump. Ninja Assassins gets the clear. 1 player back. It's just Steven. Dukes keeps the ball in the air. Not for long, though. That falls. Faded win the series 3-1. Warhawks could not pull off the reverse sweep. And Faded will be facing the 2 seed. The 2 seed. Who's the 2? I'm getting there. 1 second. The 2 seed Bandits.
Bandits, yep.
In the brackets. And, Warhawks, they will be playing the winner of the 9-10 seed game. If you're Warhawks, if you're a channel point member or prediction person, because I'm pretty sure everybody but like 2 people predicted the Warhawks. Everybody thought it was going to be the Warhawks. But Faded, they said, nah, we are here. And they looked really, I feel like that team is the definition of solid. That's just a solid team.
No,
yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with you right there. I think Faded, they, like you said, they're a solid team. They did what they had to do. I mean, they had great defense. They transitioned into great offense, and they had their opportunities. And when they had them, they completed them. They finished it off. And I mean, the Warhawks, that was just the difference. That was the difference. It was Warhawks making mistakes. Faded did not really make many. And that's the big reason why they went up early. That's a big reason why they won in that game 4. Just too solid was Faded, like you mentioned. And they're going to move on to the 7 seed. And, I'm sure they're happy to get right in the playoffs, get in their best of 7s.
Yes, and congratulations to them as well for making playoffs. Not everybody can. Me. Anyway.
Same.
It's been, it's been rough. But
sad.
To be honest, Rocket Man, this was a good series. It was a good night of Rocket League. Sad we didn't get any game 5s. I really thought this one could have done it, but whenever Faded scored that first goal in game 4, I knew it was over. I mean,
Yes,
it was fate.
They had it going, and hopefully we'll get some game 5s for Wednesday. As Flip, I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. Those are the spicy ones. You got the 9-10 matches. It's win or go home for those teams. Everything is on the line. So even if you don't get the game 5s, I know the intensity. These matches were already intense. Trying to move right into the playoffs, but when you get to win or go home, your season is going to be over. Now everything else from here on out through the rest of the postseason is win or go home. So that's when the real fun is going to start on Wednesday.
Yeah, play in this, play off that. It's do or die. That's what matters. And now we are finally there, Rocker Man. And you know what? It's been great casting with you. It's been a long night for you, and it's been a long night for everybody here at the Nemesis Gaming League. So, if there's anything else you want to say before we head out of here,
no. I think I'm good. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks to everyone that subbed on the channel. We appreciate the support, and yeah, we'll be back Wednesday night, 7:45 Eastern. It'll be a little bit of a later start for Wednesday, but it should be a good matchup. We got all 5 leagues, 9 versus 10 matchup. It's going to be exciting. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. For me and Flip and the rest of us here at Nemesis. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday.